Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, mes amis. Ni hao, ujambo, bon dia, hola. I am DR.CLK.
And this is a Daily Meds production by yours truly in celebration of Juneteenth. So whether you celebrate Juneteenth or not, it's still Juneteenth. So let's celebrate. Here's the summary of Juneteenth. Juneteenth is short for June 19th. And marks the day when federal troops arrived at Galveston, Texas in 1865 to take control of the state and ensure that all enslaved people be free. The troops' arrival came a full 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth honors the end of slavery in the United States and is considered the longest-running African-American holiday. Although Confederate General Robert E. Lee had surrendered at Appomattox Courthouse 2 months earlier in Virginia, slavery was unaffected in Texas. June 19, 1865, Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas and read General Orders Number 3. Here's the exact quote of General Order Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. Isn't that awesome? Juneteenth. How about that for Black history? Well, whether or not you knew, now you do. So how about sharing it with everyone you know? We need to celebrate the history of these United States of America and the contributions in a real tangible way of Black Americans. Slavery continued in Texas because the state did not experience large-scale fighting or a significant presence of the Union troops. And also, it continued 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Slaveholders from outside of Texas moved there because they saw Texas as a safe haven for slavery. General Granger's notification freed over 250,000 enslaved people. Emancipation didn't happen overnight for everybody, though. In many cases, slavers withheld the information until the harvest season was over. Celebration broke out with newly freed Black people, and Juneteenth was born. December 1865, slavery in America was formally abolished with the adoption of the 13th Amendment. The annual celebration of Jubilee Day began the following year on June 19, 1866. Juneteenth commemorations featured music, barbecues, and prayer services, as well as other activities. Black people migrated from Texas to other parts of the country, and the Juneteenth tradition spread. In 1979, Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth an official holiday. There's still 2 or 3 states in America that have not made Juneteenth a holiday. Since then, Blacks have celebrated Juneteenth by dressing up and celebrating and having a party and having a barbecue. But I wonder what it must have been like for those enslaved, the day before Juneteenth. How about June 18th? What was going on in their hearts, in their minds, in their lives, during their daily routine of working without pay, I might add? Hello, hence the word enslaved? Did they know that freedom was coming? That a storm of good news was on the horizon? No doubt with slave owners bringing and transporting their slaves into Texas to give them some sanctuary from freedom. No doubt those slaves must have shared the news of what was going on in the rest of the land. You see, labor is a direct link and a linchpin to wealth. Labor is wealth, and the cheaper you can have labor produce products and economy for you, the more wealth you can accumulate. So, the understanding of why Juneteenth matters has to do with understanding that if labor equals wealth and your labor is your wealth, that the travesty and the great sin and shame of America is that they used Black folk to build up the wealth of this nation and has not shared it with the very people that built it. Furthermore, and I'm quoting some of the lessons of Dr. Claude Anderson, who really got it right decades ago. But for some reason, our leadership, both in white America as well as, black America, doesn't seem to want to provide strategies and plans and systems to really rectify, and don't really seem to want to make things right and do right and be right by Native Black Americans. Not having economic power and not having political clout has been the millstone upon the neck of the Native Black. That's right, I said it. See, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, when you don't have economic power, you're really just marching around in circles. And in this context, the walls don't come tumbling down. But still, are we really free? You still a slave to addictions in life, toxic relationship? Are you still enslaved, stinking thinking, and messed up finances? Are you working hard and doing everything you can to provide for your families? Well, we're proud of you, Native Black American. We're proud of you, African American. We're proud of you and the excellence and the resiliency that you have shown throughout the generations. We're proud of you. And so we celebrate Juneteenth, not to memorialize it and make it a watershed moment in history, but we celebrate so as to recall our heritage and our lineage, that we come from kings and queens. That is who we are. That's how we must be. There's a quote from W.E.B. Du Bois, who said that the Negro wants justice from America, and America gives him charity. Come on, folks, what are we about? Let's get about real strategy, real processes that give black folk access to the wealth of this nation, irrespective of the political position that you hold. As we celebrate Juneteenth, let it be a moment of inspiration to yourself to get up and intentionally increase your work ethic, purposefully demonstrate your personal development. Reading is fundamental because that's where the knowledge is. But even though the knowledge is there, it makes no difference if you don't share it. For when you share that knowledge of your experience, of what you have learned and read, when you share that knowledge, it then becomes information. Take up the information that this Juneteenth lesson declares to you. You know, folk are going to try to tear you down and tear down your accomplishments and tear down your success and tear down the black family with policies that keep the male out of the home. You know, policies that say we'll pay you to not have a male in the home, to not have a father in the home. We'll pay you to be a single mom. Those policies that are part of the system. Much of the knowledge and information you've probably heard, some may not have, but we encourage you to be part of the solution going forward, part of progress. Remember, there's only one human race. A race defined by Dr. Claude Anderson is a contest for resources and wealth. Stop asking for permission to take your chains off. Let's create economy, build wealth. Then you can step up to the next level to seek political power. Any direction you march towards without economic power is doomed to fail and won't lift the black nation out from the subordinate sub-citizen class. Juneteenth Tribute by yours truly, Dr. CLK. Blessings to you.